Guys, these games are starting to get kind of stressful. I thought D&D was supposed to be fun.
Well, it's a role-playing game, Joe. Sometimes it's going to have some tense situations.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure it didn't. Sorry, Joe. We can't hold your hand in D&D or give you a teleprompter to guide you through this. You actually got to use that ancient, crippled, and dusty noggin of yours.
Maybe he could bring a White House aide with him. They, roll the dice for him and read off his actions or something.
All right, screw you guys. I was just trying to get the tension off before we go inside.
I'm sure Trump could place a call to Stormy or somebody to help you release some tension, Joe.
Fuck you, Obama. That stuff never happened.
Gentlemen, welcome back. I would ask about your level ups, but I know that level 5 isn't much of anything special besides extra attack for my melee capable guys and some more spell slots for the casters. Joe, I know you got the ability to restore your inspirations on long and short rest now. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. The party just detonated the explosive on the mine entrance after finishing its harrowing last fight with Orgum and his guards in the mine. With the evidence you've collected in hand and the job done, what do you do now?
Guys, I know we've got to get the information back to Goldcrest, but we're all beaten, injured, and exhausted. It's quite a while back to Goldcrest, and it's the dead of night. We should get some distance from the mine and make camp and rest.
I agree. Let's make it a good distance, though. We have no idea where those goblin reinforcements are.
I think getting an hour away would be a good enough distance.
Agreed. Let's travel about an hour away from here and set camp. We'll get enough rest as we need and then break camp and head to Goldcrest.
So the party travels about an hour down the dirt road leading back to Goldcrest and sets camp. A long rest is taken until morning and all of you guys wake up.
All right, everyone, let's pack up and head out. We need to get this news back to Goldcrest as fast as we can. Sean, we make haste to Goldcrest, straight to the guard barracks or whatever.
Sounds good. The party moves as quickly as possible down the dirt road and back into Goldcrest proper. You arrive back in town at the guard station. Inside at the front desk is a young but stout man filling out some paperwork.
Excuse me, we have critical information for Captain Ironstone. We need to speak with him immediately.
He looks up to the four of you. Oh, hello. Captain Ironstone has journeyed east to a meeting in Citadel with the Marshal. I'm Deputy Lightfoot. He's left me in command while he's gone, so I'll take the information you've got.
Oh, great. Captain Ironstone is gone. Look, brother, this stuff is going to be a little above your pay grade. However, we cleared the mine out for the local guild and found an orc and goblin strike force inside. They were waiting on more reinforcements and were getting ready to attack Goldcrest. They were only doing this to make it easier for another army to attack Citadel by dragging soldiers from there to reinforce here. Sean, I throw the evidence down on the desk.
He listens to your statement with wide eyes and then goes over the evidence that you've laid down on the table. He then stands up and looks over to you. I'm going to bring the town guard to full alert. You guys will come with me to meet with Baron Neves. He's the one with the authority to continue working on dealing with this problem. He calls in a few senior-looking soldiers and issues out a few orders. They all hurriedly exit the building and rush out into town. He then quickly exits the building, heading towards the manor at the end of town.
Guys, I think we're supposed to go ahead and follow him.
Yeah, Sean, we moved to catch up with him and follow.
The party catches up with Lightfoot and follows him through town and to a large manor. It oozes with an aura of nobility, especially for a village like Goldcrest. Two guards stand outside the door. Lightfoot approaches them, and they both salute him. After speaking with them for a moment, one of them runs inside. Lightfoot then approaches the four of you. One of the guards is informing the Baron that we're here. He'll come back out and let us know when he's made himself presentable and is ready for us.
Oh no, by all means, tell him to take his time. Not like there's an army marching on Citadel or anything, and they don't even know it. Pompous nobility and all.
Trump, you are literally the modern version of pompous nobility. I don't think you have room to talk.
No, I'm not pompous. I am quite the noble, though.
Oh yeah, like a gold-encrusted turd.
He meets the medieval physical qualifications of nobility. Obesity was seen as a sign of wealth back then because they could afford good food.
Big belly, small hands, paying the local women for fun time? Yep, quite the pompous noble. Ha ha.
Aren't you guys just a local freaking comedy club?
Thank you, thank you. We'll be here all night.
Fuck you. Sean, is this Baron done yet?
While you guys are in the middle of your little spat, the door opens and a butler steps out.
Good evening, sirs. The Honourable Baron Neves is ready to receive you now.
Why is every butler always British? And why does this guy sound familiar?
Trump, because it's freaking Sir Michael Caine. Holy Lord, Sean, you're amazing. It's so good to meet you, Mr. Caine. It's a great pleasure to have you come voice some lines at the table.
It's quite the pleasure to come lend my voice to a fun game for a bunch of US presidents. Should I refer to all of you as Mr. President as honorifics require, or would you prefer I use a different title?
Oh, this is a nice relaxed space. No honorifics or any of that. Just call us all by our last name.
Wonderful to hear. Well, Mr. Bush, Mr. Trump, Mr. Biden, and Mr. Obama. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm sure you're anxious to pursue your current quest.
Absolutely. Pleasure to have you, Sir Caine. Sean, we really appreciate all the Hollywood spectacle of the game. Anyway, we all head inside at the butler's request.
It's no problem, guys. Most of them want in on it anyway. Onwards. You guys are led inside by the manor's butler. He leads you down a hallway and to a large oak door. He opens the door and steps slightly inside, blocking your way inside with his back to you.
My Honourable Baron Neves, I humbly introduce the heroes of Goldcrest, the wise sorcerer Braca, the valiant paladin Emeridona, the skilled artificer Bushmaster, and the talented bard Joel.
He then steps inside and beckons the four of you into the room with a bow and forward hand gesture. Upon entering, you see a rather rotund and jolly human fellow sitting in a chair. He looks over the four of you in a brief second and begins to address you. Heroes! The city of Goldcrest thanks you. Not only for getting rid of the dreaded succubus, but for clearing out the local mine. I'm not quite sure of the details yet, but I've been told they are critical for my ears. Oh, where are my manners? Please do have a seat. Get comfortable and then kindly brief me on these critical details.
Would the Baron and our honourable guest like some refreshments? Perhaps your favourite hors d'oeuvres for yourself and the guest's sire?
The Baron turns to the butler. Oh, yes, yes. Please, Mr. Berlinguer. Also bring out a fine vintage mead. I trust your selection as always.
Oh yeah, these are definitely Trump's people. That's literally Trump in the chair over there. Except trade the smile out for a scowl, and then change the nice words out for something like, "You're fired!" Ha 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 ha!
You're just jealous of my Mac Daddy lifestyle.
You mean your McDonald's lifestyle?
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Anyway, Sean, I explained the details of the mine encounter to the Baron in great detail and provide him with the evidence. I make sure to look to Braca and Bushmaster for corrections if I'm making any mistakes.
The Baron listens to you with increasingly attentive interest. As you regale him with the details and get further and further into the encounter, he cringes and perks up at different highs and lows in the story. Upon hearing the part about the attack on Citadel, the goblin reinforcements, and the slavery, though, he visibly grows pale. He goes over the evidence you presented him with. You can see his breathing pick up and he begins to sweat. He then turns to the lot of you. This information, there hasn't been any danger like this in hundreds of years. My guard captain isn't even in town. Heroes, I'm commissioning you to deliver a missive to the High Marshal in Citadel. I can't send any of the town guard. They must remain here due to the threat of the goblins. You'll receive 200 gold to deliver this missive to Citadel with great haste.
Is it all right if we stop off in town to the blacksmith to let him know what happened in the mine and collect our reward?
No, I need you to depart immediately. What was the reward? I'll give it to you now and collect it from him myself as payment due. I'll also give him all the info he needs.
It was 160 gold.
All right, I can take care of that. Just as he says that, Mr. Berlinguer returns with the refreshments. Apologies, Mr. Berlinguer, but the information was so critical that our guests will be departing for Citadel immediately. Could you fetch a payment of 360 gold from the vault and bring it back with haste?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
As soon as he comes back with payment, you heroes can take my seal to the local stables and requisition 4 horses to ride to Citadel. The Baron stands up and walks over to hand a seal over to the party.
We understand, sir. We won't fail at this task.
Is there anything else that will need to be done in Citadel besides turning over the missive to the High Marshal?
The Baron stops and thinks for a moment, then turns back to the party. Just find Captain Ironstone and have him return here as quick as he can. Just at that moment, the butler returns with the payment.
Here is the payment, sire. Is there anything else that is needed of me, or shall I take to my tasks with the maid staff?
The Baron turns to Mr. Berlinguer. No, that will be all. If you could please escort the heroes out before you take to your tasks, though, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you once again, heroes, for your efforts in Goldcrest. You will always be remembered here.
Gentlemen, if you would, please follow me back outside, please, and thank you.
The party is escorted back outside by Mr. Berlinguer.
Thank you for your cooperation and politeness, gentlemen. If you ever need to speak to the Baron again, I'm sure you will be welcomed.
With that, the butler closes the door and the party is left outside.
Well, I guess we should get to those stables. We got paid to be fast after all.
Yay, horse riding time. I can play some jolly tunes while we ride.
It better be something good and non-repetitive, Joel, or I'm shoving that loot up your goat ass.
Now, wouldn't that be a stupid sight to see?
With that, the party makes their way to the stables on the other side of Goldcrest and presents the seal. You guys have no troubles there, and the stable master brings you 4 well-bodied and saddled horses to ride. This is your last moment in Goldcrest for now. Do you guys have anything else you wish to do?
No, we have a contract to fulfill.
Agreed. The matter is urgent, and we gave our word. We head straight to Citadel with haste.
Hey, Ameridona, I think I saw a brothel sign on our way out of town talking about some new busty goblin lady of the evening in town.
Guys, I just remembered. The Baron told me in secret that the brothel had a second thing for us to pick up that is very, very urgent for the quest. We have to head back real quick.
Ameridona. Although I 100% agree with you that the trip would be real quick, there's nothing related to the quest there. I'll help you out, though. Citadel is 10 times the city that Goldcrest is. It most likely does have goblins in the brothels.
Fine. We're agreed. Onward to the brothels of Citadel.
Awesome, our first long travel distance. So guys, for each day of long travel that nothing is actually planned by the DM, I'll be rolling some random encounter dice. Depending on what you get, I may reroll or adjust due to difficulty, lore sense, etc. So for day 1, let's have a look. Day 1 is uneventful. Travel goes along as normal and you take a long rest at night. Day 2 seems to go normally throughout most of the day. However, Joel, as you guys are riding down the road, you notice off in the distance at about 200 yards, you see a cloaked rider observing you from the crest of a hill.
What the? Hey guys, there's a creepy guy on the hill up there watching us.
As all of you look up to where Joel was pointing the info out, you see nothing.
Joel, I think your old goat eyes are tricking you. Do we need to stop and rest or something?
Yeah, Joel, sorry, buddy. There's nothing up there. You okay?
I'm fine. Guys, there was a cloaked rider up there. He was watching us. I swear.
Okay, Joel. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about it now but keep an eye out. Let's just keep on clopping down this road and get to Citadel.
The party continues for the rest of the day with no incident and takes a long rest. You wake up the next day and continue travel. About halfway through the day, you guys finally come upon Citadel. The walls are powerfully large. The towers have ballista and catapult emplacements, as the walls are also filled with all sorts of battlements for archers and other soldiers. The gate is large and strong with its portcullis raised and doors open. Several guards are outside the gate checking traders and visitors as they pass inside.
Oh, thank goodness we're finally off the road. I need a bath, a drink, and the best brothel my money can provide.
We have to get to the High Marshal first and deliver the missive.
Bushmaster is right. Let's present the seal and ask one of these guards.
Fine. Sean, I ride up to the guards at the gate and present the Baron's seal. I then ask them where I can find the High Marshal. We have urgent news for him from Baron Neves.
The guard looks over the seal and then looks up to you on the horse. Well, everything looks official. Take the seal and present it again at the Northern Wall Fortress. It's the largest one. You can't miss it. They'll bring you inside and directly to him.
Appreciate it. Well, guys, let's head that way.
The party makes its way down the central street of Citadel. The city is vast, and the considerable wealth of its central districts is evident. You notice signs of a mages guild, a merchants guild, a fighters guild, and many more. You eventually hit a second and larger gate than the outer one. Upon presentation of the seal and being given information, they correct the first guard statement. They let you through and point you down the road to the left, to the Northern Command Building. When you make it to the doors of the Northern Command Building, they've already been informed by a runner of your purpose. They bring you inside and direct you to a set of very large doors. One senior soldier tells you to enter, and you'll find the High Marshal inside. Along the wall near the door, you see a sign that says Northern Command Conference Room. On the other side of the door, you see various portraits with different names. Reading them, you see various people. Captain Ivan Alistar, City Watch; General Norrington, Northern Forces Commander, Grandmaster Polaris; Order of the One, Archer Commandant Nathaniel; Quartermaster Horace; and finally, Lord Conler, Regent, Lord of the North. Inside, you can hear various voice speaking.
I don't want to go in there.
I kind of agree with Joel.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
Don't be cowards. They put their pants on in the morning, just like we do. I'll do the talking, don't worry. Sean, I open the door and stride inside with confidence on my face.
Yes, you'll do that next session. Sorry guys, I gotta run and do some actor business. This session was productive though. We've made it to Citadel and got this next chapter nice and started. You guys have a safe trip home.
Joe, I'm going to bring you some Adderall or something for next session, so you can focus. You're literally letting Sean convince you that your character is seeing things.
No, I really did see it. It's not enough that he's old, dementia-ridden and ailing. Now you want to pump him full of drugs?
I mean, it worked for him in the 2020 debates. Man, he seemed a lot sharper then. Joe, have your White House aides hook you up with whatever cocktail they spiked you with during the debates for our next D&D session.
Oh, that's not hard. They just gave me some mess out of Hunter's suitcase. Jesus Christ, Joe.